Arsenal win the spoils in the North London derby, and Stevie, after 35 minutes, they're 3-0 up, just like everybody expected. What on earth happened to Spurs in that first half?
I think Nuno, the Espirito Santo, has to take a little bit of criticism here for the team that he put out. I mean, particularly with Harry Kane again playing in this deep role. You know, it's great for him to now and again drop in there and play some passes, but to expect him to be the number 10, I don't think works. It certainly doesn't work going forward. And again, from a defensive point of view, I don't think it works either. And Arsenal quite simply just took advantage of every single bit of possession they got. They were sharp. They looked hungry. And to watch the two teams, it was like, you know, you look at Tottenham and it's 2 and 3 and 4 touches, and then it's head up, and then it's look to play a pass. Arsenal in that first 35 minutes was 1 and 2 touch. It was movement. It was playing the ball into space. Everybody knew where everybody was going to be. I mean, you talk about two opposite ends of the spectrum. And the second goal just highlights the difference between the two sides. A ball from Ramsdale, 7 passes later with the 8th pass, Aubameyang puts it in the back of the net. It was that decisive. It was that sharp. It was that good. And really, there was, I mean, the difference in the two sides for the first 45 at least was just, it was cavernous.
Arsenal were great to watch in that first half, but their fans must be pulling their hair out because that's what they're capable of, but you don't see it on a consistent basis. Is this the start of something now, or is it another false dawn?
Well, I think you have to take into account the opposition, but it is a derby. There's a huge atmosphere. There's a lot of pressure on. And so if you can produce that type of football under that kind of pressure, then there's no reason why you shouldn't be producing it more. I think a big part of why Arsenal was so effective today, though, was that Thomas Partey in the middle of the park just looked like the guy they thought they were buying. You know, he's unfortunately had some injuries. He's not had that much time on the field. But today we saw what this guy's all about. He's all about strength and holding things together in the middle of the park. But he also can play, and he gives confidence to particularly the young guys around him. You know, Smith-Rowe and Saka, for example, can go and play and go and do what they do best, and that's take on defenders with this big guy behind them, knowing that if it doesn't quite work out, he's going to hold things up till, at the very least, they can get back and help out. So I think it's possible this could be the start, but I think part of it has to be with Thomas Partey staying fit and healthy and starting every game.
Have they found something with Odegaard and Smith-Rowe and Saka in behind Aubameyang?
I'm not so sure. I'm not ready yet after one great performance to say that they've answered all the questions. I mean, the truth is Aubameyang hasn't been consistent. I'm not sold on Odegaard yet, and that's the honest truth. So I think there's a little bit to do, a little bit of ways to go. But again, if you want to talk about those two in particular, Aubameyang and Odegaard, if they can produce again week in, week out what they showed today, then Arsenal's got a chance absolutely of rising up the table. But they're still a long way off getting near the top 4. Let's put it that way.
We'll speak about Spurs in a minute. I just want to finish about Arsenal and their chat with the defence. You played in defence. Now, they've changed the majority of their back 5. They brought in Tomiyasu to play right back. Ben White's come in from Brighton. They've changed their goalkeeper, and Ramsdale had a wonderful save near the end. Is this the formula that they're now looking for, that they can build on, where they look a lot more compact and a lot less likely to concede as many as they used to?
Well, I think definitely this is their best back 5. In regards to how far along the line they are, they're not ready for the Adams Winterburn type of praise yet. But certainly they look strong as a unit. They don't look daunted by physicality. I wouldn't say there's outstanding pace, but there's certainly enough of it. So, yeah, and of course you mentioned Ramsdale with a fantastic save from a deflection, from a shot from Lucas Moura. So I think this is their best back 5. Now it's time for them to leave it in place. Arteta must let them get some games under the belt and build on the sort of solid performances that they've had in the last couple of games.
Okay, Spurs. How worried should Tottenham fans be about their recent form and this defeat, which was a bit of a capitulation in the first half?
Oh, they should be worried. The back four gives you a heart attack. I'm not sure what the middle three gives to the front three. And of course, if you're playing a front three with Harry Kane not a centre forward, then the three facets of your team are all over the place. So how do you expect to win games in the Premier League if you're back, middle, and front as units themselves aren't playing well together? And then when you put all those three units together, they can't get it going. How are you supposed to win games? Now, the truth is, in 60 minutes, just before the 60th minute, I think Tottenham should add a penalty. Harry Kane, in my opinion, got clipped just right on the line, on the box. Should have been a penalty. Never went to VAR, seemingly. And had that been given with 30 minutes to go, boy, we would have found out where this Arsenal backline that we've been talking about was made of. So I think that was a big call in the game. At the end of the day, after that, it would have been blood and guts from Spurs. It wouldn't have been lovely passing. It wouldn't have been great movement and all the nice things that we've been talking about Arsenal. But it certainly didn't help them in this game. So I can't think of one positive, to be honest with you, for Spurs from here. As I said, bad at the back, average in the middle, and not a lot up front. That kind of sums up Spurs right now.
Stevie, do you think there's a hangover from the Harry Kane transfer saga over the summer?
I don't think there is. Listen, Tottenham haven't been the Tottenham of 18 months, 2 years ago for a long time. So I think it would be too easy just to throw that in and say that's what it is. It certainly doesn't help, but I don't think that's the real problem. The real problem is Spurs have lost their way over an 18-month period, which started with Pochettino going, and then of course Mr. Mourinho certainly didn't help any, made it worse if anything else, which meant that Nuno Espirito Santo's got to pick up the pieces, and right now they look like a team that's broken and in pieces.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube, and for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app, and for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.